Hello, divine creations, divine marvels, children of God. Long time no. Hi. Well, first off, to anyone who's new to this channel, a very warm welcome. This channel is about learning to distinguish the difference between actual non-duality and fake non-duality, often called Neo-Advaita. And more importantly, well, not more importantly, but also how to recover from Neo-Advaita. In my experience, and I'm not alone in this, it truly is a very harmful and intricate web of deceptions and lies that will take you nowhere but down. And so this morning, I have been speaking out against it, but also seeking to recover from Neo-Advaita, because Neo-Advaita is not a simple thing to let go of and recover from, because it literally is a kind of brainwashing. It literally changes the way you think, and not in good ways. So I've been working on my own recovery from it, I think now going on 3 years. I'm going to have to take a look at when my first video was made. And, at first I thought it was very simple. I'm like, oh, they have this wrong and this wrong. And I'm like, oh, well, wait, they have this wrong and this wrong. And I'm like, oh, they have this wrong and this wrong and this wrong. And so I've been doing this for 3 years, and almost once a week, I notice something new. And so that's harmful and that's untrue. There's a lot of untrue things out there, but that is really harmful and untrue. And so the latest thing I've noticed is, and I've been aware of this, but I've seen it in a new way, is Neo-Advaita is anti-thinking. And that's a whole topic in and of itself. But where that matters is I'm currently involved in a slightly complex situation. There's, I had some disgruntled feelings about something. I responded, I thought, in a ethical, reasonable way. Someone flipped the blank out about how I responded. I flipped out a little bit to how they responded, and so forth and so on. So the thing is, Neo-Advaita will tell you to just inquire. Who is it who's aware of all this? Well, the thing is life has intricacies. And yes, being detached and yes, being centered does make things a lot simpler, and does allows us to clarify and understand and then choose well. But some things are really complicated, and they need time and reflection and insight. As I sit with this, I'm having all sorts of insights about myself, about the other person, about life. It's actually, yes, it's uncomfortable, but it's actually this very beautiful, holistic process. Like, life is unfolding. Like, I'm learning about not my absolute self, but learning about my relative self, learning about another person, learning about life, learning about this particular sphere of life. If we all have different spheres depending on our job, our relationships. For example, some people who have, I think interracial marriages are great, but if you have an interracial marriage, there's issues that are going to arise that people who don't have an interracial marriage. And so spending some time being aware of those things, reflecting on them, coming to insight about how to respond, but also coming into insight about the human condition. Any sphere you're involved in, whether it be an interracial marriage or a particular industry, if you sit with it and reflect on it, you're going to have insights. And those insights can help you in life. Well, Neo-Advaita is against that entire process. It will discourage you. If you listen to in listening to Neo-Advaita, I was literally brainwashed to not think, to not contemplate, to not seek insight into life. According to Neo-Advaita, all that matters is a state of consciousness. Everything else is an illusion. I don't believe that, but that's the teaching. That's the false teaching. Everything else doesn't matter. It's not, it creates a mindset that makes life impossible. And that's why it took me down. I took it seriously. And if anyone who takes Neo-Advaita seriously, sooner or later, you're going to end up on this channel or a channel like it, because it's going to make you dysfunctional. Like if you lose the capacity to contemplate and reflect and have insights about life, you're not going to be able to really live. So that's my latest insight. I've known for a long time that Neo-Advaita was anti-thinking, but what I'm recognizing is it's anti-life. Because part of life is reflecting, and part of life is having feelings and then reflecting on those feelings. And feelings are not facts. There's that cliche out there. Feelings aren't facts, but they sometimes have really valuable information and let us know what works and what doesn't work, what's right and what's not right, what's harmonious and what's not harmonious. And without the capacity to feel, and again, Neo-Advaita will dissociate you from that and tell you that feelings are meaningless. Without the capacity to reflect and think, you can't really live. Not in any true sense of the word, other than be a monk or a nun. So those are a few of my thoughts. If anyone has any questions or comments, please feel free to type them in. We have a couple live viewers right now. I'm going to grab some water. All right, beautiful souls. I wish you a blessed, blessed day. The time just switched. Enjoy the extra hour. And I'm going to go hang out on the beach and watch a full moon, because that's a big part of how I'm recovering. I'm just doing positive things, nourishing things that feel good. That's another part of being human, doing things that feel good and are nourishing and healthy, right? And Neo-Advaita disconnected me from that as well. Have a blessed day. Take care. Big love.